So let's not wait any longer. Hammad Siddiqui, please come up. Please give him a warm round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you, Doreen. So let's break the tradition. I'm not going to go up there. I'll be with you, and I will be engaging you in some conversation. So this is what we're going to do. All right. So personal branding is something that I'm learning. I'm not an expert. I won't call myself an expert. I think I'm a student. And these days, I'm trying to learn neuromarketing, something that exists, but not many people talk about neuromarketing. So what I did today is to put together a presentation for you, which basically is engaging you in conversation around personal branding. Now, and for this, I need some volunteers. Okay, so anybody who has worked on his or her personal brand, one or two people, maybe? 1, 2, 3. Okay. So can you tell me what your personal brand is? How do you describe?
So I help individuals to learn about macroeconomics, financial markets, so that they can protect their financial future. So that's my personal brand, and then I'm very much visible on the social media. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I help small businesses set up marketing funnels to help them with their conversions and to get more customers on board.
We had another hand up.
So I work with startups and I make them investor ready so that they can raise capital without burning out.
All right. That's very, very interesting. So when we work around our personal brand, one of the things that we really need to look at is providing value. What value are you providing to whatever we are doing? So this is basically what we call attention economy. If you could get attention, we'll do business. Very simple, right? Because there is a lot of noise out there. And if you keep scrolling the same kind of post on LinkedIn or any other social media, TikTok, they know that you're interested. You might not be interested, you're just scrolling. And they would keep showing you the same post. And you think that everybody is a marketeer. Everybody is helping people learn something about financial management. The reality is that it's all about attention economy. So if you give proper attention to your visibility and the visibility of your content, you will start attracting eyeballs. This is what we need. Okay. All right. So I'll now take you to this picture. So anybody who has seen this picture before, you don't need to participate. Those who have not, what do you see in this picture? Anybody who has not seen the picture before, you have seen the picture before? Anybody who has not seen the picture before? Yeah. What do you see? Just shout. I can't hear you.
Seems someone is wearing it looks. That's a good question.
Do you see an old woman or a young girl? That's the question.
Young. Young.
Young girl. Anybody seeing an old woman here? Okay. Say, I'm seeing an old woman.
I'm seeing an old woman.
Old woman.
Yes, I can see.
Old woman?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else? Young girl, old woman? No? Yes? Confused? Okay. All right. So this is, you can find this picture. This is, I think, Harvard Business School's one of the things that they do is, so this is basically a picture, and this is how people see us when they don't know us. You know, it's a picture of a young girl, probably. I'll show those who are saying it's an old woman. So what they're seeing is this as the mouth of the woman and the hair. And those who are seeing a young girl, they're actually seeing this as a face of this young girl. Okay. It's actually a young girl, right? Now, if we want to build our personal brand, we need to create a narrative around it. Because those who don't know us will have this impact, right? Okay. This is called the concept of control narrative. How do you want people to know you? Okay. So I moved in from my corporate life to my solopreneurship life. Throughout my life, I was an economist, like you, Yasin. I was an economist. Then I moved back to Canada in 2019, and I said, okay, enough of working for somebody else. I should start my own business. I put together my knowledge, skill, and experience, these three things, and created something that I've been doing for 5 years now. Control narrative. Now, hardly anybody knows me as an economist because I've controlled that narrative through my content. People know me as a coach, as a consultant, as a solopreneur. So when you do personal branding, you need to understand how do you want to control that narrative, which actually removes this confusion. So if you keep doing everything that you do, then this confusion will occur. So you have to really be very, very focused. Okay. The first point when we are building our personal brand is to think, what exactly do we want to achieve or accomplish? So, for instance, I want to help more professionals become solopreneur. That's what I want to accomplish. And as a result, I will gain visibility, I'll do more business, but my target is very simple. This is what I want to achieve. So do not complicate things, but be very specific and very targeted. More broader target means that you are not serving a market. You are not actually attracting the right eyeballs at the end of the day. People will only be attracted to you if you are talking to them directly. So a particular audience. If it's an economist, if they are into tech business, and tech business has got many dimensions into it. Is it artificial intelligence, or is it cloud computing? So be very, very specific in what you want to do, and then you will be able to build your brand. Now, so I actually clipped it from one of my training programs that I do. And I've actually almost circled these big numbers that we have. How to make a perfect egg. I think under the sun, the easiest thing that you can cook is egg. No rocket science. 6.6 million views. This video was posted 11 years ago. 11 years ago. YouTube still showed me this picture when I searched how to make an egg. Okay? The next one is how to tie your shoelace. We learn it when we are growing, right? That's the point when we start learning tying shoelaces. 2.7 million views 8 years ago. Okay? The bottom one is from Instagram. I even failed to count the numbers. I couldn't count the numbers. I think it's about 700,000 comments or something. And 38 billion likes, 1.9 million bookmarks to this video. And this girl only shows makeup for black women. What does it mean? They are attracting eyeballs. Why they're attracting eyeballs? Because they are trying to provide value to people who are looking for that value. This is what we call how-to economy. This is what we do. When we search, what do we do? How to. How to make perfect egg, how to tie. So this is what we call how-to economy. When we are building our personal brand, considering how-to economy or keeping how-to economy in focus is extremely important. If you could do it, you have solved world's problems, which means you will start making money at the end of the day. Because this is what your personal brand actually starts working towards. I mean, who does not know Oprah Winfrey, right? So I was doing a master class for CFOs. There were 84 CFOs from many countries in that master class. And as finance people usually think they do not need personal branding. And I said, okay, she doesn't need personal branding. Everybody knows her. She makes a lot of money. I took this screenshot some time ago. Look at the followers. Look at, people who watch her videos, follow her on socials. She doesn't need it. But she's out there and she's talking to you. Or she's talking to the audience, right? Her community. So you should talk to your audience as well. Eventually, those opportunities will start emerging, will start coming to your feed when you start talking about it. Okay? So if she can do it, you can do it too. So what she does, she focuses on authenticity, empathy, and empowerment. These are the three things that she does. And she does it well, right? So when you're building your personal brand, either you pick any of these or pick three. I would suggest pick three. But if you pick any of these, you will start moving towards a more strategic process of creating your own personal brand, and you will start attracting eyeballs. So I clipped few things yesterday, day before yesterday, from internet. In the past, investors tended to focus on concepts like founder's mission, impact, or even startups' ease of use. However, according to a research done in 2022, a new factor that has toppled these investing concepts to take the top spot: founders' trustworthiness and expertise, which means that if you want to raise money in the market, people should know you. It's no longer your idea. They should know you. It's very simple. Don't give loans, but when you give loans, you try to give loans to people you know already, right? People you trust. You don't get it back, that's something different, but you try to give loans to people you know, right? Credit worthiness or the worthiness. So if you as founders or small businesses or somebody is looking for a job or an opportunity, I call the word opportunity, and you are not building your personal brand, people don't know you, you don't exist. Now what I did, I keep doing these silly things whenever I have time. I started looking at my LinkedIn. I said, okay, let me look at these founders who call themselves founders. I can only search with that keyword in my own network and see what are they doing on LinkedIn. So in the first phase, I picked up 7. I didn't go to the next phase. So first 7. Of those first 7, there was only one who was posting once a week. The person at the end of, or the bottom of that league was somebody who posted a year ago, 1 year ago, which means you're doing everything, but nobody knows what you're doing. Okay? So you have to show people that you're doing something, and eventually the trust factor will be built, and whenever you're ready to raise funds, there will be people who will reach out to you. We've got an interesting startup. There's so many interesting startups next door. A startup called TeachBuddy. I've been mentoring them for the past more than 3 years. And he never thought that he would actually get any traction from VCs, because VCs are looking for big projects, big things. But he slowly started putting things out on LinkedIn. I think in the past 6 months, he probably has spoken to 3 VCs who have reached out to him. Although his business is very small and it's not VC, friendly business still, but they reached out to him. Eyeballs. Very simple. Get the eyeballs. Ink. Personal branding just became the future of marketing. Okay? If people don't know you, they will not trust your business. Very simple. People like to work with human beings. People like to work with people. Okay? A name is just a name. A business name is just a name, unless you become Tesla of this world or Microsoft of this world. So I was just talking about TeachBuddy. He's there. Wave. This is a guy who was reached out by VCs, and he was not expecting it. So it's more profitable than you think, because when you invest in your personal brand, building your personal brand, you see things start happening. It may take a little time. This key business driver is already influencing your success, whether you know it or not. So you could still have a personal brand, and we'll just do it. I don't know how much time we have. We have another 10 minutes, 10 minutes? 5 minutes? Okay. All right. So who is on LinkedIn? Okay. All right. You're not on LinkedIn. Okay, that's okay. What do you do on LinkedIn when you log in? What do you do?
I search for people of like-minded interests.
So she is not getting eyeballs because she is looking at other people. If we reverse it, we are working on our personal brand. And most of the time, people go on LinkedIn, and what they do is what I call a scroll. Like, they use this index finger and they scroll up and down. That's probably the worst behavior you could have on any social media. And on Instagram and TikTok, you use your thumb. You push your videos up. So what you're doing, you're not focusing. You're not focusing. You are not focusing, which means that you are not really into the stream of building your brand. You're looking at somebody else's content. And content plays the vital role. You know why? Because usually, this is for LinkedIn, but maybe other platforms also, 1% users create content. 1%. And LinkedIn now, probably you have seen, is now pushing video content as well. Of that 1%, maybe 0.5% do their videos. So just think about it. If you're in a business and you start putting out videos, would you not beat your competition? By miles. By miles. Because in her competition, people are not doing it. Slowly, things will start happening. That's how you build your personal brand. Okay, so it's all about influencing and engaging. Influencing and engaging. Now, people think, who is going to read? People have signed up for my programs and became my clients. They followed me for 2 years, my content for 2 years, never commented, never liked, I don't even know them. And when there is the right time, they signed up. So, and I always ask, where did you find me? Yeah, we've been following your content for 2 years, which means I am getting eyeballs. Ultimately, that will be converted into business. So get eyeballs and engage with them. Engage with them by writing content. When you write, you add value. When you write, you add value. So keep adding that value. Okay. Do you know, and to be very honest, recently did this research, Google Ads use a very specific type of blue color into their ads. What they did a research, and they had 50 different shades of blue into their ads. And they figured out which blue would people click instantly, almost instantly. And just by picking that color, they added $200 million into their ad revenue. Okay? Eyeballs. 3 things very important to remember. 90% of our decisions are made unconsciously. We don't make conscious decisions because we are being brainwashed all the time. Keep adding value and people will keep following you. Very simple. And eventually you will start thinking the way they want you to think. Controlled narrative, something that I spoke about. Without emotions, we do not make decisions. So you have to be a little emotional when you are writing content. So those who write content using amazing ChatGPT or other LLMs, they are not actually emotionally touching our hearts. Okay? So humanize your content. Ability to trigger unconscious emotional experiences will turn everything. So experiment a lot. What triggers your clients or potential clients to reach out to you? I did, so this is, I picked it up from Neil Patel and I converted it into a visual. If you see the chart on the left, number of users on each platform. Facebook highest and Pinterest lowest. But if you take Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and X now, LinkedIn has got the lowest number or least number of users. Content added daily on each platform, LinkedIn has the least again. But average engagement per post is the highest on LinkedIn. What does it mean? Simple mathematics. Simple mathematics, right? Demand and supply. These platforms are content-hungry platforms. Content-hungry platforms. So if you give them content, they will start highlighting you. You will be in the spotlight. Eyeballs. Okay. Help people learn something in your content. Whenever you're writing something, when you're engaging with someone in conversation, help them learn something. Engage in conversations. So talk to them. Your content should be conversational. Build a community. Build a community of people who work with you, follow you, who support you. And be intentional. When you're doing it, you have to be intentional. If you're not intentional or unintentional, then you're not going to do it. You will be struggling. Okay? Something that I created for my program, it's called 3C strategy. This is how you build your personal brand by using this strategy. You create, so you give 15 minutes every day to create something. You give about 10 minutes to comment on somebody else's posts. And by the way, a pro tip on LinkedIn videos, find videos where you don't see many comments and comment there. See what happens. You'll see the magic. And invest 5 minutes in connecting with right people, people that you want to build your community with. 3C strategy. Now, a lot of people think this, which is incorrect. So personal brand is not about bragging themselves. It's not all about you. It's not self-promotion. It actually is creating value, building a reputation, expanding your network, and exploring opportunities. I think I'm up for time, but if there is any question, I'm here throughout the day. But if there are 1 or 2 questions, maybe if I could take those. Yes.
So, thank you so much, Hammad, for this session, by the way. It was very insightful. And I think we realize all of these things, but to hear them from someone who's been researching on it, it just hits a different chord altogether. I think my question is really basic, but I've wondered about it. I am fairly active on LinkedIn, and I do understand how personal branding comes into play. But the most disappointing thing for any LinkedIn user is when there's no engagement coming in from the readers. And your post can be very personalized. It can be something that you really hold close to your heart. It can benefit people. But then you just get the likes, but the comments don't come in. So what would be one tip that you would say would generate that engagement?
I guess you will get a response when you start engaging with other people. So this is why the 3C strategy has a commenting aspect to it as well. So your comments are also content. This is content. And what I usually do when I do comments, sometimes I do really nice comments. I keep those comments, and from those comments, I create a new post. So when you comment, when you engage with people, you will see engagement coming in. That's point number 1. And this is for any social media platform, not only for LinkedIn. The other point here is that people only think that LinkedIn, you just keep adding posts and it's going to work. LinkedIn has got other features as well that are available for free. LinkedIn Live. How many people do audio live? Me and Dorian, we do audio live. A lot of people don't do. Free feature. Get a lot of visibility. LinkedIn newsletter. My newsletter is 46,000 subscribers now over a period of time. So when I click enter, my newsletter goes to 46,000 captive audience. Very simple. So use all these, tools not just one tool. If you're just using one tool, you're not using it optimally. Optimally means best use of resources. So you're not actually doing the best use of resources. You're only using one pillar. So I think, I know this discussion can go on and on and on forever. That's why I said I am around. If there is a specific question, please ask me. And yes, yes.
It's an add-on to hers. It's just that, as you said, some of us are just scrollers. And I'm in the industry for the last 30 years. And I've just seen that when I go into LinkedIn, people are saying, just got promoted, just did this, just did that. And I'm not finding the value addition that I'm looking for at my age. I already have 2 businesses running. I'm doing pretty well in the business world. And I'm looking for value addition. And at my age, I really don't find, like I would like to know more about project management, the learning phase. That's not happening in LinkedIn.
Become a thought leader yourself. So instead of looking for content, start creating content. That's point number 1. Number 2 is you can train your feed. You can train your feed. You can actually train it to show you what you want to see. Very simple. I mean, I can go more technical on this, but frankly speaking, it is showing you things that you are scrolling already. As simple. So why you are scrolling? Create and be very specific, very targeted, and get the eyeballs. That's really important. So with that, I finish. At least I should get a clap. Thank you very much, but I am around. If there is any question, I'll be more than happy. Yeah. So here we have Deb. We've got something very exciting to share with you. Deb, what are we sharing with them?
Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. If I may, yeah. I'm absolutely thrilled to be here and see everybody at the first AGAZ Summit. We all have our own reasons for being here, and I think it's that diversity that makes this moment even more special. So our differences, whether they be in background, beliefs, family size, abilities, or experiences, are what makes us unique, and we're all welcome here. While I may appear as a confident and capable businesswoman, sometimes I have my own invisible challenges that hold me back in business. So what unites us, though, is our shared journey and authenticity about our strengths, our needs, and our goals. So in most business programs, Hammad knows that our differences aren't often fully recognized or woven into the curriculum. And here's the thing, I know what it's like to struggle building a business, taking class after class, incubator after accelerator, only to be left feeling that I'm missing the secret sauce. So founders Tamina Chowdhury and Hammad Siddiqui envisioned a space in the Canadian entrepreneurial ecosystem that truly respects the lived experiences of immigrant and BIPOC entrepreneurs. Bravo. They provide state-of-the-art tools and resources to propel businesses forward. This is the heart of Canada Startup Association. And it was this and their kindness and their world-class connections that attracted me to them. I'm very excited to co-announce with Hammad Canada Startup Association's first online course for immigrant and BIPOC women ready to explore the world of entrepreneurship, the CSA Entrepreneurship Advancement Initiative. So if you've ever heard or dreamed of building something meaningful, creating a business that makes a real impact, or transforming your life through the power of your own ideas, women, this course is for you. Starting in early 2025, this online group course will support, engage, and empower women with ideas to create sustainable businesses, to realize their potential, and advance their economic security. The first of its kind, CSA Entrepreneurship Advancement Initiative is expertly designed to help women uncover personal strengths, strategize business foundations, deeply understand customers, build their offers, craft personal brands, establish thought leadership, and scale businesses. Whether she's looking to run solo in the digital coaching or consulting space, or wanting to launch and scale service or product-based businesses with a team, this new CSA Entrepreneurship Advancement Initiative ensures this dual focus allows participants the necessary frameworks and strategies. We understand the challenges unique to women, such as balancing work with personal responsibilities, overcoming systemic biases, and building supportive networks in male-dominated spaces. And this course just isn't learning about skills. It's about connecting women in community, creating successful businesses, and growing with mentorship and guidance tailored to unique challenges. Just imagine having a supportive network and a roadmap designed just for you. By joining, you're investing in a future that's profitable, fulfilling, and truly yours. So what do you say? Let's break down some barriers and build something remarkable. It's time to shift social and economic power. It's never been a better time for the CSA Entrepreneurship Advancement Initiative for Women. There's a space at the table for all of you, and I can't wait to begin.
So we are very, very excited. Deb is leading the whole initiative, and I'll be working with her, bringing her expertise into the whole ecosystem. So launch date, we don't have a launch date. I mean, we don't want to go give you the launch date, so we want to keep it a secret. But it's going to start in the first quarter of 2025, and it will be all across Canada. It will be done virtually. And so we're working on it very hard to bring in a unique program. It should be very different to what is happening. It should not be a box ticking exercise. It should actually be practically somebody gets into the program. By the time you get out of the program, you have a roadmap and you are implementing that roadmap. So please feel free to talk to us more about it if you are interested, or anybody you know is interested in enrolling. You can reach out to us. Okay, so there's a QR code outside for CSA. You can just simply scan that and be part of our community. Thank you very much.